Welcome back to the One of a Kind Financial Show Daily with your host, Mike Milligan. Now that we know who will be playing in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks, all of our attention can turn to what commercials will be aired on Super Bowl Sunday, which halftime show will get more ratings that day, and just a lot of hype build up over the next couple of weeks. This past weekend on the One of a Kind Financial Radio Show, Gary and I talked about football season. Even though it's wrapping up, when it comes to retirement, your biggest game is just ahead. We pulled championship-worthy strategies from the gridiron, lessons from offense and defense, and the playbook you need to cross the financial goal line and retire like a champion. And so enjoy this segment from the One of a Kind Financial Show. And remember, you are one of a kind.
All right, Mike, we got a lot to get to, so let's dive into it. I love this first segment when talking about football, comparing to your financial game plan. The clock is winding down on another football season, but for many Americans nearing retirement, the real big game is just the beginning. Retirement isn't just a phase. It's a final drive that requires strategy, discipline, and precision. Today, we're taking a play from the football field to show you how to build financial game plan worthy of a championship. Now, whether you're in the early stages of planning or deep in the red zone, this episode will help you assess your position, protect your progress, and push you toward the end zone with confidence. The first question I have, where are you on the financial football field right now, Mike?
Well, I think about this from a standpoint of every yard matters. There's these offensive plays where 3 yards in a cloud of dust. There's the shotgun offense. There's defense wins championships. And many of those same strategies are true in retirement planning. We often talk about the financial red zone, which is those crucial 5 to 10 yards or 5 to 10 year window before retirement. It's when every decision from portfolio allocation to tax strategy, and folks, let's be honest with each other, very few of you have a tax strategy, but it's where we can make or break the long-term success. We do that by building the one-of-a-kind financial plan. And so what we always ask you is, why is money important to you? When it relates to football, we ask you, where do you stand on the field and are you positioned to score?
Right, absolutely. So what does it take to move the ball into the red zone?
So inside the financial red zone, your strategy needs to shift from accumulation to preservation and distribution. It's not just about growing your money, it's about protecting it. That's where diversification becomes your offensive line. Stocks, bonds, annuities, alternative investments, each have a role to play. Investments working together is what will move you through the red zone onto a successful retirement.
Absolutely. How should defense factor into your financial game plan, Mike?
In football, right, a weak defense is going to lose the game. I mean, just look back at the football that happened last weekend, guys. We can point to
Houston.
Every single game that happened, defense loses games. And so the same goes for retirement. Risk management becomes essential as retirement nears. Think of tools like fixed income products, principally protected strategies, and even long-term care planning as your defensive squad. And so we just always ask you, are you prepared to weather the ups and downs of retirement, whether it's volatility, inflation, or a healthcare surprise? Or will your future be fumbled because you don't have a clear defensive strategy in place?
Yeah, no question about that. That's something you definitely need. The show is the One of a Kind Financial Show with Mike Milligan. I'm Gary Nolan, your consumer advocate. Mike is with One Oak Financial. I'm going to do something different this week. I don't know if Mike even knows I'm going to do it. I'm going to give you your personal cell phone number. What do you think?
You're going to do what?
I'm going to give everybody your personal cell phone number to call you this week.
Let's do that.
You okay with that?
Yeah.
You sure?
I'm positive. Let's do it.
All right, here it is. This is Mike's direct line, okay? We're not messing around here. You can get a hold of Mike this weekend by calling this number, 757-403-5078. Did I get it right?
That's exactly right. I'm literally going to be the one that, if you call that number, I'm going to pick it up. Thanks, Gary. I appreciate that.
I thought you'd like that, Mike. 757-403-5078. 5078. Get a hold of Mike and the team. But no, you're going to get Mike directly this weekend, and Mike's going to tell you all about the one-of-a-kind financial plan that him and his team will put together for you. Again, Mike is with Roanoke Financial. You can use ideas. You could also text ideas to 600-700 as well. That number again is 757-403-5078. That's Mike's direct line. That is his cell phone number. So what's in your playbook, and is it working, Mike?
Every great team has a playbook, and your retirement plan should be no different. That means having written strategies for taxes, retirement income, investments, Social Security, estate planning, and even more. Generic advice won't cut it here. You need a plan tailored to your goals, your risk tolerance, and their time horizon, and to make sure it's written down. Because what's interesting about a playbook is it's unique for you. When you're playing the game of football, the other team doesn't know what your playbook is. You have your own set of signals, your own set of verbiage that you use. In the playbook for successful retirement should all be about you.
Mm-hmm. One more question. Why is a written plan for your retirement the championship ring, Mike?
Gary, amateurs play pickup football, right? Champions have playbooks that they practice in football. They practice it all summer. They perfect it in preseason. They have, 18 weeks in the NFL season to make sure they're in sync with each other. And then here in the playoffs, the teams that are still playing in football right now have perfected the playbook that they're running. People that are going to have success in retirement have a playbook that will address every situation that comes up in the game of retirement. And
right.
By addressing it right away, you're going to know how you're going to react when those things you can't control come into play.
All right. That sounds great, Mike. Tell us about the one-of-a-kind financial plan that you do for your listeners.
The one-of-a-kind financial plan is a written plan that addresses the biggest expense you're ever going to have in your life, which is taxes. The thing that brings anxiety and fear to most retirees is how are they going to get their retirement income? We address that next. We then look at investments. And from an investment standpoint, we see, are you paying a worthy fee? Is the risk right for where you are in your life now? Or did you bring forward the same portfolio in the retirement you had before? We're going to look at your long-term care strategy. Can you end life well with dignity and make sure it's covered so you can spend quality time with the family? Or will you allow them to have to take care of you? And then we're going to build a legacy plan that says, I love you. Guys, if we're honest with each other, many of us don't have a plan written out well enough to be able to win the game of retirement. The one-of-a-kind financial plan can do that. So, Gary, I begrudgingly, again, give them out my cell phone number and let them call me directly.
All right, you're going to be busy this weekend. 757-403-5078. 757-403-5078. That's Mike's direct line, his cell phone number. Folks, no cost, no obligation. Get a better handle on your financial situation. It starts by picking up the phone and dialing that number.
One topic Gary and I did not get to in that segment of the One-of-a-Kind Financial Show is one more key topic when it comes to strategies you can use in the financial game. And that is, what's the real game changer for retirees? At the end of the day, peace of mind is the ultimate victory. When you understand your position, your assets, your risk, and your retirement goals, and when you work with a trusted financial coach or advisor to chart the path ahead, you can retire with confidence. It's about clarity, not complexity. And so, are you ready to win your retirement game with purpose and peace? Gary has already given you the ways to reach out and connect with us, but I'll ask you, if you want to reach out to our office directly, you can dial 757-909-7151. This has been the One-of-a-Kind Financial Show Daily. The One-of-a-Kind Financial Show Daily is for educational purposes only. Mike is an investment advisory rep with Advisory Alpha, LLC. Ideas by Mike doing business as One Oak Financial is for education, coaching, and planning purposes in the financial services industry. Advisory Alpha, LLC and Ideas by Mike are unaffiliated entities. Mike is registered with the Securities and Exchange Commission to offer investment advice through Advisory Alpha and licensed in all 50 states with Insurance Commissioner and through the CFP Board to offer financial planning and insurance-based products. For more information, you can visit www.oneoakfinancial.com. That's the number oneoakfinancial.com.